Today is October 27th. Just made it into the stand, sitting just where I think the deer are coming out of their bedding area, working up towards the food to eat at night, where all those rubs are. So I'm kind of in their transition area. Hopefully I catch them on the move. We'll see what happens. We got timber off behind me, behind the camera, open hardwoods, rolling ridges with a little swamp in there about 300 yards. And then behind me is an open clear cut where these deer are feeding around, milling around. There's just tons of rubs out there, so looks like a killer setup. We'll see what happens. Well guys, got the climber on my back as you can see. I'm just getting ready to start walking out for my evening hunt. It's about 1:30 right now. Going way deep in some public land here. It's gonna be about a mile walk, which is really gonna suck with this big climber, all my gear, camera stuff. But I think we might be able to make her happen if we get on some hot sign that's back that far. It's 3:30 right now. It's been 2 hours since I left the cabin and started walking back here. It took me about an hour to walk back here. I just got all set up. And as I was climbing up the tree with the climber, got to about the height I wanted to be at, and I just looked around to see how much I could see, if I had good shooting lanes and whatnot. And all of a sudden I could hear a buck grunting on the ridge behind me. Right back there. And so I look over there and I see a buck walking up the ridge towards me, a nice 2-year-old 8-pointer. Definitely a shooter buck. Meanwhile, my backpack and bow are laying on the ground and he's 80 yards away, so when he got behind a tree, I slowly pulled my bow up, but I think he saw that. He stood in that spot for a long time and he kept working his way towards me. And then he started cutting off behind me, and he was about 30 yards away when he just stopped and was looking around. All of a sudden the wind swirled, he caught my wind and took off that way, so he blew off quite a few times. And when I came in here, I bumped a couple of groups of does. There was a group of does right here, and then there's a logging road behind the camera, and then there's a group of does on the other side of the ridge up there. They both went tearing away, so he must have known that they were in here and not been spooked by me walking in. It's still fun to get the blood pressure or just a pumping, so probably gonna try rattling just for the heck of it, real aggressively. See what happens. Well guys, just got back to the area where I'm going to start walking in with the 4-wheeler. As you can see, we got a fresh blanket of snow on the ground. It's about 25 degrees. It's actually starting to spit snow again here right now, so I plan on walking like another half mile down this trail right here and seeing what kind of sign there is. I got a trail camera on a mock scrape that I put there in the beginning of October, and I haven't checked it. It's November 9th now, so it should have a lot of pictures, I'm hoping. But if there's no activity on that camera, I'm going to push back even farther. Possibly still hunt a little bit because I can use the snow to my advantage to be quiet. We'll see. I got a couple days up here to hunt. It's supposed to get windy too, so that kind of helps my cause for still hunting, so Get the stand on my back, the little climber, and walk back there and see what's going on. The only thing that has me worried is that there's like logging truck tracks on all these logging roads, so I don't know if they were in here cutting a little bit or what the deal was. So we'll find out. We'll walk back there and see what. Hopefully the camera's still there. It's in a pretty obvious place where it could get taken, but we'll see what happens. Well, guys, just got to the area where I was gonna hunt. Checked the camera that was on the mock scrape, and there was only a spike buck on it, so a lot of does. Can't believe there was no shooter bucks. So I'm gonna get out of here. It's like 1 o'clock now. I'm not sure what my plan is. It's kind of disappointing. I don't know, last year I was in here and there's a lot of shooters in this area, but there was a lot more people compared to last year, so I might have an effect. Anyways, we'll get out of here. Look for some hot sign, I guess. I don't know what to do. Really expected this area to be better. So my original plan was to go way back on this public land and hunt over a hot scrape that was active this time last year, and I went back there and it just wasn't happening. There was no sign, not many rubs. I think I counted 2 rubs back there. And on the camera there was a lot of pictures of people bird hunting back there, so I decided that wasn't my best option. There's no fresh snow that we just got. So I came back to Plan X here, maybe Z. Yeah, this is Plan Z. It's November 10th here. Just got all situated in the stand, and I walked back about a mile this evening and just looked for fresh sign, and I found a bunch of fresh tracks here, so I figured there's either a bunch of does in here, the bucks are going to be around, and if it's bucks with does, well, that's just a win. So essentially we just got bedding ridges surrounding me and a little clearing type thing back behind me, and a couple logging roads that intersect here, so any bucks cruising on those should end up in front of my stand. Looks like a great spot. I can see a long ways with all the snow, so hopefully we see something here. Looks like a great spot though. Well, guys, somebody just shot. It's November 17th. It's about 7 o'clock here. Opening day of Wisconsin gun season here. And snuck into this blind here that's just downwind of a doe bedding area, hoping to catch bucks crossing the doe trails. I've already got 2 does working around. It looks like they're working back to bed right now, so. But they're just working around, feeding around real slow, so we're going to settle in here and see what happens. It's about 9 o'clock right now. I've seen 2 does and a spike so far. The 2 does are actually, they're 2 fawns, they're pretty small. They're behind the camera right now. Not sure what they're doing. They just kind of ran away. They didn't wind me. They were looking up on the ridge. Yeah, so those 2 does and then 1 little spike came in. He bumped them little fawns around for a little bit, and now we got a little lull in the action, I think, because I don't see them little guys. They went back to where they normally bed. Well, it's 2 o'clock now. We've had our first lull in the action all day. We haven't seen a lot of deer, but just been consistent movement with the same 3 deer, so kind of fun to watch anyways. Had that doe bedded by me for probably 3.5 hours, and I just got up, walked past me, and I don't know where it went exactly. It could have honestly laid down again somewhere real close here, but I lost track of it anyways. And so we got about 2.5 hours a day left, so we'll stick in here and see what happens. Well guys, today is day 2, November 18th. Single digit temperature is real cold, so the deer should be moving here. It's about 7 o'clock now, still haven't seen any deer, so got the heater just cranked up on high, staying warm. We'll hang in here till probably around noon and see what happens. So, same spot as yesterday. Saw a lot of deer yesterday. I'm surprised there's nothing in here so far today, but I don't know. Stay tuned, boys. Little mid-morning update. It's about 9 o'clock right now, and I've had little 6-pointer come cruising by, and then that little doe is still feeding around out here in the clear cut in front of me, so just hang tight. You never know, their bucks are cruising. We've seen 2 bucks cruise in the past few days, so just a matter of time before some halfway decent 2-year-old or better cruises by and we can get the gun. Well guys, today is day 4 of the Wisconsin rifle season, November 20th. It's about 5 degrees out right now, real cold. Sitting in the blind again, we'll see what happens. I seen 3 deer walking in with the headlamp and they haven't moved, so we'll see what happens with them. Day 5, November 21st, here we're back in the blind. Cold conditions again, it's in the low teens this morning, so we'll settle in and see what happens. I'm sort of losing hope in this spot, but
You never know when one of the decent bucks could come by, so we'll settle in again. See what happens.